In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create filters for any custom post type or taxonomy in WordPress using Elementor and the Royal Elementor Addons plugin. I will show you how to create range filters, color, size and brand filters, filters based on custom post types, and many others, as well as filters that depend on each other and will only show options if one or more filters are already selected. If you need filters for your WordPress site, let's dive into this tutorial. In the first part of the video, I'll show you how to create filters for Woocommerce products. The second part will be about creating filters for custom post types by using custom fields and taxonomies. In the third part, I'll go through interdependent filters and how to redirect users to another page after filtering. And in the last part, I'll explain advanced settings and the logic of the filter widget, as well as how to use it without Ajax. If you are interested in a specific part of the video, you can jump into the desired section. Before we start, I'd like to show you the plugins I have installed. I have Elementor and Royal Addons, of course, as well as the Royal Elementor Addons Pro version with the expert license activated, as the advanced filters are only available when using the expert license. I also have Woocommerce installed, because in this part of the tutorial I'm going to show you how to use advanced filters with a Woocommerce shop. Furthermore, I've already installed Royal Elementor's official theme, but any Elementor compatible theme should work just fine. And finally, I've imported one of Royal Addons template kits. It's called Fashion V2 and you can import it as well, which will automatically install the Woocommerce plugin for you, so you don't have to do it manually. I'm going to start the tutorial by editing the shop template. So go to Royal Addons, Theme Builder, Product Archive, and this is the template we need to edit. But if you want to learn more about how to use Theme Builder with Woocommerce, you can click here and watch the comprehensive tutorial. To edit the shop template, click here, Edit Template, which will take you to the Elementor editor. For the sake of the tutorial, I've gotten rid of everything because I want to start from the blank page. And first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the WooGrid widget and drop it into my right section, which will display WooCommerce products. Set query product to current query, and most importantly, enable advanced filters. Next, go to Layout and disable Show Filters, which will disable filters on top of the grid. It is crucial for advanced filters to work properly. Finally, go to Pagination and make sure that Select Type is set to Load More button. Right now, advanced filters only work with this option, but in the future, more pagination types will be supported. Alright, it's time to add the Advanced Filters widget. So I'm going to search for Advanced Filters and drag and drop it into my left section. I will set filter type to range, as I'd like to display price range as a first filter example. Set select query to products, filter by price, and leave Ajax enabled. In the later part of the tutorial, I will show you how to work with advanced filters without Ajax. Finally, go to Content, where you can change the filter label. I'm going to call it Price Range. Here you can change the button label as well. I will quickly update the page just to show you how it works on the live site. Let's adjust the price range and click on Apply, which will filter the products based on the given price range. Let's continue by adding more filters. So I will search for advanced filters again, drop it into my section, but this time I will leave the filter type to checkbox. Set select query to products and leave filter by to taxonomy. In products taxonomies, search for product size, which is a WooCommerce taxonomy called attributes. If you go to WooCommerce products and then attributes, here you can create any attribute for your products, like I have it here, like colors and product sizes. I already have multiple size variations created. Those attributes could be attached to WooCommerce products in product data and attribute settings. I'm showing you this because I want you to understand where these size attributes are coming from. In the Styles tab, there are multiple options for changing the look of advanced filters. In Layout, I will set alignment to horizontal. In checkbox and radio item settings, there is an option to hide the input. Set the border type to solid and maybe add some padding as well. Let me go back to layout just to increase the width a little, and finally change the filter label as well. Looks good to me, so update the page and I'll go back to the site just to make sure that size filters work correctly. I will continue adding different types of filters to my product grid by dragging and dropping the Advanced Filters widget to my sidebar again. Leave filter type to checkbox, set select query to products, filter by taxonomy, and in products taxonomies, I will search for colors, because this time I want to create a filter based on product colors. Again, these colors are coming from Woocommerce attributes, just like I showed you in a previous example. You can see that I have a few different colors created, and those colors are applied to Woocommerce products as product attributes. Right now, colors are only displayed as text, but I want them to be displayed as their actual corresponding colors. And to do so, I will enable visual filters. We'll leave filter type as color, go to visual filter settings. You can see that first item is already created, click on it, and the most important step here is to replace the value with an actual color slug. You can find your color slugs in Woocommerce attributes. I will click on the color itself and copy the slug and paste it right here to replace the value. You can see that color is still not visible, and that is because you have to set the corresponding color manually, which could be done from here. I will set the color to default black, and now the filter shows an actual corresponding color. Opposite from color slug, color name or the label could be whatever you want. You can call it black, you can call it dark black or any other color name. In this case, I will simply type black. I will very quickly repeat these steps again, just to make sure that you understand how it works. I will copy the color slug again from my attributes page, go back to Elementor, click on Add Item, replace the value with color slug, give it a name, and manually set the color to blue. Okay, I have already added the rest of my colors by following the exact same steps. But before we jump into styling settings, there is one very important thing you need to know. The order of the colors or any items in Woocommerce attributes has to be the exact same as the order of the colors in your Elementor editor, and vice versa. You can change the order by dragging and dropping items from here, or you can do the same in Elementor, but the order of these items should be the same. This will probably be resolved in future updates. There are a few styling options I'd like to show you, so go to the Styles tab, click on Layout, and I will set the alignment to horizontal. In Visual Filters item, you can hide the label if you want, which will only display the colors. Go back to Layout, where you can adjust some horizontal and vertical spacing as well. I will quickly change the label to colors, publish the page, and let's see how the color filter works on the live site. This time, I would like to add brands as a product filter. I will add the filters widget again. The filter type will be checkbox, select query as products, filter by taxonomy, and product taxonomies will be brands, which will display all the brands available. Woocommerce comes with brands taxonomy built in, so you don't have to create brands manually as your taxonomy. You can find it under products, and here is the list of my brands. If I go to one of my products pages, this product is attached to a few different brands. Like in the case of colors, I want to display brands as their corresponding logos. So go to Content and in General, enable Visual Filters. This time, set the visual filter type to Image. Go to Visual Filters, and from here you can add brands as items. The first item is automatically created. Click on it and you will find similar settings as it was for colors. I will give it a name, which could be anything, but the corresponding slug should be the exact same. So let me copy it and replace the value with the slug. The image should be applied manually. I will select the logo and repeat the same steps one more time. Copy the slug, add another item, replace the value with the slug, enter the title, and finally choose the image as a brand logo. I'll fast forward the video again where I have already added all the product brands. Please don't forget that just like in the case of colors, the order of the brands in Woocommerce and in the Elementor editor should be the exact same. In the Styles tab, there are a few options that you can change. For example, in Layout, set the alignment to horizontal and hide the label in Visual Filters item, which will only display the logos. In Filters, Color and Image settings, you can set the border type, change the border color and border width as well, and maybe add some padding to images. In content settings, there's also one handy feature called Enable More Less, which will display a limited number of items. By default, it's 3, but you can set it to any other number. When enabled, this option will only display a limited number of items, and users can click on Show More or Show Less to show or hide the rest of the brand logos. I will quickly change the filter label to brands and update the page to see how it looks on the live page. Another handy filter type is a product rating, which can sort products based on user-applied product ratings. Set the filter type to rating, select Query to Products, and change label to whatever you want. Currently, this filter type only works with Woocommerce, but in the future more post types will be supported. Let me add the Advanced Filters widget again, because this time I'd like to show you the Select Filter type, Query from Products and Filter by Taxonomy. In Products Taxonomies, search for Product Type, which will display the list of Woocommerce native product types. Those types could be applied from the Products Editing page. As you can see, this particular one is set to Grouped Product. I'll change the label from Content Settings, and in Advanced there is an option to show or hide the product count. The last filter type I'd like to show you is a radio button type, which works almost similarly to a checkbox type, and because of that I will not go into details of the settings and options. But there is one important step you have to make to display the radio buttons. Go to Styles, and in Checkbox and Radio Input Settings, disable Use Custom Styles, which will replace checkboxes with radio buttons. Let's see how everything works on the live site. I will save changes, refresh the page, and all the different filters should work without any problem. Active Filters is another great feature that comes with the Advanced Filters widget. It will display all the different filters applied by users in real time, and any active filter can be removed very easily. Adding active filter is super easy. Just search for the Advanced Filters widget and add it to your page. This time I will add the widget at the top of my products grid. Filter type should be set to Active Filters. I will completely remove the label. Next, go to Style, and in Layout I will set the alignment to horizontal. That's how easy it is to display active filters on your page. This feature can be a nice improvement to your site's user experience. In the second part of the tutorial, I will show you how to use advanced filters with custom post types. Previously, I've used advanced filters widgets with Woocommerce, but the widget is not limited to Woocommerce products. It can be used with any custom post type, custom taxonomies, and custom fields. If you want to follow this tutorial, the template kit I'm using here is called Real Estate version 3, and you can import it from Royal Addons template settings. Just keep in mind that advanced filters only work with expert license. In my WordPress backend, I have a custom post type called directories with few entries. So let's go to ACF settings, post types, and this is where custom post types can be created from. Next, go to taxonomies, and you can see that I have two different taxonomies, property features and property types. Those taxonomies are attached to the directories post type, and they can be found here. Let's also check the field groups. I have one field group called property details, and inside this field group you will find multiple custom fields that are also attached to the directories post type. Let me go into one of my directory entries where you can see the custom post fields. And we will use those fields to filter the entries as well as custom taxonomies. To begin with, first go to Royal Addons, Theme Builder, Archive, and this is the template that displays directory posts. But if you want to learn how to use Royal Addons Theme Builder, you can watch the tutorials by clicking here. Click here to edit the directory template, and it will take you to the Elementor editor. This is the post grid, which can be displayed by using the post grid widget. So let me edit the widget and make sure that source is set to directories, which is a custom post type. Also make sure that enable advanced filters is on. In layout, show filters should be disabled. And finally, go to pagination and make sure that select type is set to load more button. I will search for the advanced filters widget and drag and drop it into my left sidebar. Let's set filter type to select. Select query should be directories. Filter by Metafield. And in custom fields, let's find deal type. I will change the filter label in content settings. Go back to general settings where this deal type is a custom field I showed you a minute ago. In ACF field groups, there is this custom field called deal type. Let me go to one of my posts where you can see that deal type is set to for rent. Go back to Elementor to save the changes. Go to the live site, refresh the page, and you can see that the select custom field is used as a post filter. I will quickly add the advanced filters widget again, but this time we'll leave the filter type to checkbox. Select query will be directories, of course, but we'll set filter type to taxonomy. And in directories taxonomies, we'll choose property types. Let me quickly change the filter label and go back to general settings, where taxonomies is set to property types, which of course is the custom taxonomy created from advanced custom fields. Let's go to directory property types. Here you can see all the property types, and in my directory post, property type is set as apartment, and this exact property type will be used as an advanced filter. I will add the advanced filters widget again because I want to create a second custom taxonomy filter. Filter type will be a checkbox. Select query will be directories. Filter by taxonomies again, and this time we'll use property features. Change the filter label to property features. Again, this custom taxonomy is coming from the Advanced Custom Fields plugin, property features. You can see all the different features here, and the directory post has attached multiple property features. Let's publish the changes. Go to the site and refresh the page to see how custom taxonomies can be used as post filters. It's time to add range sliders as the price and area filters. I will add the advanced filters widget again. This time we'll set the filter type to range. Query from directories and filter by Metafield. Let's find the price custom field and set the label to price as well. I will quickly repeat those steps for the area filter. Set the type to range again. Query from the directories and filter by Metafield. In custom fields, I'll select area and I'll change the label and name it area as well. Both area and price are custom fields coming from the ACF plugin, and different posts have different price and area numbers. Let's quickly save the changes. Refresh the directories page, where price and area filters can be applied manually by using the range slider. Next, let's add bedrooms and bathrooms as filters. Each post has a different number of bedrooms and bathrooms applied. I will search for the advanced filters again and drop it into my left sidebar. For the bathrooms, filter type will be checkbox. Query from the directories, filter by Metafield, and select bathrooms as a custom field. Let me quickly change the label and repeat the same steps for the bedrooms as well. Another advanced filters widget. Leave type as a checkbox. Query from directories, filter by Metafield, and this time choose the bedrooms custom field. Publish the changes just to make sure that the bathroom and bedroom filters work correctly. And I think they do. Which means that it's time to create color filters. If you watched the first part of the tutorial, you should remember that when I've created color filters for the Woocommerce products, I've used attributes taxonomy to register different colors for different products. In the Elementor editor in visual filters, I've replaced this value with an actual slug of the color, like black in this case. However, when working with custom post types, you have to do the same, but instead of attributes taxonomies, like colors, you have to create a custom field and replace the value in visual filters with your color name, which you can enter in custom field settings. But don't worry, I'll show you everything step by step. First, go to ACF field groups, property details in my case, click on add field, and set the field type to select. This will be the label of the field, and ACF will auto-generate field name. In the choices field, I will paste the names of the different colors. Each color name should be on the new line. Those color names will be used to display filters in the Elementor editor, like I used slugs in case of Woocommerce attributes. In field validation settings, you can also activate the allow null setting in case you don't want to apply any color to some of your posts. I'll drag and drop the color field right above the gallery field and finally save changes. Now I will go to the directories and quickly open some of my posts. You can see the color custom field here, and I will quickly apply colors to my posts. First will be black, save the post. Let's set it to blue and save again. And finally color green. Save the post again. Let me close those tabs as they are not needed anymore and go back to the Elementor editor. Search for the advanced filters widget. Filter type will be a checkbox. Query from directories. Filter by Metafields and find the newly created color field. Right now the filter only shows the color names, but I want to display them as actual colors, which means that I have to enable visual filters. Filter type will be color, of course. Go to visual filter settings, where first item will be automatically created. Click on it, and in the title you can write any color name, like black for example. But you have to replace this value with the color name you entered in your custom field choices. I will go back to ACF, open the color field, and I will copy the color name to replace the value here. The title can be different, like dark black if you want, but the replace value should be the exact same. And you have to apply the color manually, which can be done from here. I will very quickly repeat those steps for my other color, which is blue. Paste it in the title and replace the value. Choose the color and add the third and last color, which is green. Make sure that it's the exact same as you set it in ACF. Pick the color you want. I hope it's considered as green. Please don't forget that, like in the case of Woocommerce attributes, the order of the colors in the Elementor editor has to be the exact same as the order in ACF. Black, blue, green here, and black, blue, green in Elementor. As a last step, I will change the filter label, click on Publish, refresh the page to make sure that color filters work without any issues. I've already created a custom field and used it as a color filter, but now I want to show you how to create a custom taxonomy as a filter, like in the case of brands in the first part of the tutorial. Brands in Woocommerce are native taxonomies where you can register different brands. In Elementor, I've set filters by taxonomy and product taxonomies as brands. However, in the case of custom posts, you have to create custom taxonomy as well, which can be done from the ACF settings, Taxonomies, Add New. I will paste the plural and singular names. Taxonomy key will be agency, and we'll attach this taxonomy to the directory post type. It's all you need for now, so you can save the changes as well, which means that in directories you should have a new taxonomy called agencies. I will paste the name of the fake agency as well as its slug name, and I will fast forward the video where I have already created 3 more fake agencies. I will open the directory posts, and this is where you can find your newly created taxonomy field. Enter the agency name and save the post, and repeat the same steps for the other directories as well. I've already attached agencies to some of my posts. I hope you've done it too. And now I will search for advanced filters one more time. I'll drop it here. We'll leave filter type to checkbox, query from directories, filter by taxonomy, and in directories taxonomies, search for newly created agencies, which will display agency names as filters, but I want to display them as logos. So enable visual filters, and the visual filter type will be image. Go to visual filter settings, click on first item, enter the agency name, and replace the value with an agency slug. Again, this has to be the exact same as it was in the case of colors, but the name can be different. Finally, choose the image from the media library that will display both the image and the agency name. I will quickly repeat those steps one more time. I don't remember the name, so I'm going to copy it and copy this slug as well. I'll choose the image and fast forward the video where I have already added the rest of my agencies. Please don't forget that, like in the case of colors, the order of the agencies in Elementor or in the Advanced Filters widget and the order in the WordPress backend have to be the same. In Content Settings, I will change the filter label and next go to the Styles tab. And in Layout, I will set alignment to horizontal. Hide the label as well, and I'll apply some horizontal gutter. Finally, publish the changes. I'll go to my demo site, refresh the page, and let's click on one of the agency logos to see that taxonomy filters work without any problems. In the third part of this tutorial, I will show you how to create dependency filters, filters that are dependent on each other. As you can see, this model filter does not show any options right now, so does the make filter. And that is because those filters are dependent on the types of transportation filter. which includes a few options like car types. If I select luxury type, for example, only then will the make filter show me some options. It shows McLaren as a luxury car, and the model filter will show me all the McLaren models. And I can apply some other filters as well. I'll click on Apply, and it will redirect me to another page, the page that displays final results. And I will also show you how to create a filter that redirects users to another page while applying interdependent filters. I will start by editing my home page because I want my filters to be on the home page. And I will quickly add advanced filters somewhere on my page hero section. Filter type will be select, query from the directories, and filter by taxonomy. This time you have to disable Ajax because the results won't be shown on the same page, but users will be redirected to a different one. And for this select filter, I will enable the dependent select option, which will automatically show the first item. And if previously I had to choose the taxonomy type in an upper section, since I've activated dependent select, now I have to choose the taxonomy type from here, which is property type. Change the label and placeholder text as well. And click on Add Item to create another field, which will be Property Features. This property features will be dependent on property types. I'll change the label and placeholder text again. To summarize, I've created a new select filter type, enabled dependent select, and added two different filters where select features depend on select type. Next, I will go to the Styles tab, in Layouts, set alignment to horizontal, disable Flex Wrap, and set the width to 100%. I will add advanced filters again. Filter type will be range, select query will be directories, and filter by Metafields. And finally, we'll search for the price field and disable Ajax as well. In content settings, it is important to disable the Show Apply button because this button works for the price range filter. Instead, I will search for the advanced filters again, drop it below my filters, and set filter type to Apply button. This button will work for all the filters. Disable Ajax, of course, and in content I will completely hide the label. But the most critical setting is in general. When someone clicks on the Apply button, it should redirect the user to another page, which means that Apply button redirect should be enabled. In redirect's path, you have to paste the URL of the page where you want the results to be shown. In my case, it is the directories page, and the URL is the WPR directory, but it could be any other URL of any other page. But keep in mind that on that page you must have your grid and advanced filters widget, otherwise it will not show any results. Make sure that you copy only the slug of the page and not the entire URL of the website, and paste it right here. I will update the changes, go to my site's homepage, refresh it, and now it shows the filters where select features will only show options if property type is selected, and the price range can be changed as well. Clicking the Apply button will redirect users to the directories page where filter results will be shown. It also automatically shows the selected filters because I had already added those filters to the page. If I had not added those filters in the Elementor editor, the results page would not have automatically displayed them after filtering. To wrap it up, I've created filters on my site's homepage. When a user clicks on the Apply button, it will take them to whatever URL is set to redirect's path, and final results will be shown on that page. These filters can be useful for many types of websites, like real estate, directory websites, courses, cars, and others. In the final part of the tutorial, I will show you how Enable Dependency works when using the Advanced Filters widget. For example, if I set deal type to for sale, all the counters of property types and property features will be updated accordingly. Set it back to none, and counters will change again. Similarly, if I check office type, it will change the property features counter. Select one of the agencies, and the counters will go to 0, as I don't have any records in my directory that match this combination of filters. And of course, it won't display any results on the page. All of this happens because in the Advanced Filters widget, Enable Dependency is set to yes by default, and it is true for all the other filters as well. In one of my filters, I'm going to disable dependency. Update the page. Now, if I set deal type to for sale, it will change the property types counter, but property features will stay unaffected because I've disabled the dependency option right here. Let me turn it on again, because this time I'd like to show you the handle empty option. This option will decide what will happen to filters that will be set to 0. By default, it is set to disable, which means that such filters will become unclickable. Let's refresh the page. I'll select one of the agencies, and now filters in property features that have no entries will not be clickable at all. However, if I set it to hide, update the page, and select agency again, you can see that those filters with no entries are completely hidden. Another really powerful feature that comes with the Advanced Filters widget is filter relations. Right now in property types, general relation is set to OR, which is a default configuration for all the filters. This basically means that when selecting one of the filters, it will return corresponding entries. But if I select another filter, it will show all the entries that have property types of apartment or house. That's what this OR means in widget settings. However, if I set the relation to AND, go back to the site, and select the apartments filter again, it will display those two entries of apartment property type. But if I select house as well, it won't return any results because I don't have an entry that has property type set to both apartment and house. And that's what the AND means in widget settings. And the counter for both apartment and house shows 0 as well. In addition, when the relation is set to AND, in advanced settings, I can choose the behavior of the filter counter. By default, change counter will be set to always, which means that when one of the filters is selected, apartment in this case, property types counter will be updated. Basically, when change counter is set to always, filter can update its own counters. And if I apply other filters as well, price range for example, the property types counter will be updated again, because when the change counter is set to always, changing other filters will affect the counter of this filter as well. I'll go back to the Elementor editor to set the counter as other filters change, update the change, go back to the site, and now if I select the apartment filter, you can see that the filter counter has not been affected. However, if I apply a price filter or any other filters, it will change the property types counter, because when the change counter is set to other filters change, only changing other filters will affect the counter. Applying only the property types filter will not have any effect on its own counter, but changing other filters will affect the property types counter. There is also an option to display counters aside, or display them right next to the filters. You can enable or disable it from here. At the beginning of this tutorial, I said that I'll show you how to use filters without Ajax. When Ajax is enabled, clicking on any filter will cause the page to show the corresponding results without browser refresh or any other actions. But maybe you don't want your filters to work unless the user clicks on the Submit button. I'll show you how it's done. Let me add another Advanced Filters widget. The filter type has to be Apply button. And make sure to set Enable Ajax to No. I'll delete the label, publish the changes, go back to the site, and now if I apply any filters, it won't have any effect unless I click on my Apply button. Just like that. And you can insert the Apply button anywhere in your Filters column. Also, make sure that Apply button redirect is turned off because the filter results are returned on the same page and not on another page like I showed you in the previous part of the video where you had to enter the redirection page URL. Please keep in mind that what I've shown you in this video are just a few examples of what can be done when using the Advanced Filters widget. Here I have some examples of different filters with different styling. It is possible to change the styles of all filter types differently. You can create different configurations, assign different layouts, and so on. After watching this video, I recommend you to go to the Styles tab of any filter type and play with some settings, like layout, visual filters, and filter colors and images. I really hope that you find this video helpful. If you have any questions, please go to royalelementoraddons.com where you can get help from our support team. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.